Hello, we will now talk about the art of packaging. What has that to do with energy management? It depends on what you want to package. In our case, it is a proposal to save energy. And who is going to open this package? It is a decision maker.
At least if he or she is attracted by your package, which is the first impression. If he or she is not impressed on the first glance, it will be difficult to convince him to spend another minute to your proposal. Now don't tell me that you don't care about that. How do you feel after 3 of your project ideas are killed? Somewhere I heard that in the UK the art of packaging was very well developed. I think that today this art is spread all over the world. It is so important. If you look to your own reaction, you will admit that the package around a product in a shop can really change your decision. In the same way, your proposal should be prepared well and not only technically. For example, you could say about your proposal, this retrofit will save you 10,000 kilowatt hours per year and it will cost $5,000 to realize. That is just like putting a portion of potato chips on the table without name or place. If you are lucky, someone is hungry and buys it, but only if there's nothing else to eat. In the case of your energy saving proposal, the decision maker will answer that the enterprise doesn't need projects with a payback time of 3 years and kills the project. Now, what does a package exactly? It engages the receiver emotionally and it highlights the value of the object. These are the functions, the two functions. It really makes a world of difference between success and failure. So let's see 2 ways how to highlight the value of your proposal to the management. It all boils down to the question, what is the management concerned about? And that is 2 things. Increase the value of the enterprise, 1, and 2, the ease of management. Okay, let's go in order. Let's start with increase the value of the enterprise. So this is where the management is concerned about. The value of the enterprise is the amount of money which the owner can get if it is sold. This value is highly related to the capacity to earn money and how secure this capacity is. This value can be, for example, 5 times the yearly earnings of the enterprise. It depends on many factors like, for example, the outlook into the future. Important is that you understand that the enterprise is seen as a kind of money machine. Now, imagine a printer that produces $100 bills, 1 bill each minute. For how much money would you be able to sell such a printer? Well, if you would take this 5 times the yearly earnings and would have to subtract per year 600,000 for paper, ink and energy, then the value would be 260 million for this printer. Now let's get back to the enterprise. Also here you calculate earnings by subtracting the costs from the revenue. So as you can see in this column, decreasing costs or increasing revenue are the 2 ways to increase the value of the enterprise and to please the top management. Now the average energy manager will say that the only way to influence this equation is to decrease the energy costs. Well, that is a very limited view, and it may be the reason that energy efficiency has so little success. To say it very shortly, what is wrong here is that you can also save other costs beyond the energy costs if you have fantasy. And do you believe me that your proposal for energy saving might even increase the revenue? I showed in the e-book some examples. When I will talk later in the course about specific energy conservation measures, I will mention for each individually these hidden qualities, so that you can better defend your proposal. Important is the need to note in this diagram where you have to work in order to influence the earnings. And that will influence the decision maker, even emotionally. Now let's go to the second quality of what the management is concerned about. This is the ease of management. The management is composed of people that, like everyone, try to make their job as easy as possible. This is something that is so deeply rooted in a human being that you can't blame them. The Romans liked it to make life simple. I'm interested too, and so is everybody. So it is a sure way to make the decision makers listen carefully to you. Let us see some examples. You take a new LED lighting, and it can save energy, but it can also increase the illumination level at the same time. More light will increase the safety of the area, decrease the incidents, and thus give peace of mind to the management. I even heard about an example of a gas station where the increase in light caused more clients to come because they felt safer during the dark hours. That's an example where not only costs that are decreased, but also the revenue was directly influenced. Do you remember from above? As I said, fantasy is important. Don't leave it home when you go to work. Another example is that you propose a new type of ventilation or control system for the ventilation. That will not only save on the bills, but also increase comfort. So, for example, better air quality and less noise. The building users will complain less, and that is a worry less for the management. If you apply a direct drive technology without belts, you decrease maintenance time, which saves costs but also nuisance. And that makes management easier. Now, the third example is that you increase the profit with your idea. This fits into the previous section for increased earnings and value. But it will also give more peace of mind to the managers because they might have the task of increasing the revenue next year. You gave this increase and made life easier for management. Okay, so here you see what you have to do. Wrap your idea together with collateral benefits into one package. That's just like buying a car and finding a lot of surprise accessories. You will stand out among other energy managers with these collateral benefits. I really don't see many energy engineers that are trying to look for them in order to boost the chances for their ideas. Also in the National Program for Energy Efficiency in SMEs, small and medium enterprises, I saw that all the emphasis was on the energy bill savings alone. So I think if you pay attention to this, you will stand out.